I'm Edie Lush, and I'm outside the Ice House here on the Davos Summer Campus. Hub Culture, very pleased to be joined by Sypros Poulios. How are you today?
Nice to see you, very well.
Nice to see you. So, managing partner at Brace for Impact. Okay, brass tacks. You were a seasoned, hardened capitalist. You're now doing impact investing. Was this a turning point? Was there a turning point in this decision?
Yeah, I think it happened in 2019. I'd finished doing 10 years of working in China and investing there in various things. And, you know, I've done 25 years of cross-border investing in all kinds of crazy markets. And I just realized that I was doing things I did not enjoy, with people I did not particularly connect with.
Right.
And it was bad for my health. You know, the air, drink, food was all quite tough.
But did it come with a growing sense of the need to do something, especially back at home in Greece? Or did it come with just a sense that, right, it's time for change?
So I did not really set out to kind of have some grandiose plan to save the planet or anything like that. I thought it was just getting to know more of the startups and the founders in this space, who are good people. They have an inclusive and collaborative approach, which is a little different from the cutthroat software sort of approach.
Right.
And then at the same time, the Greek government came into power, and you know, they're incredibly progressive and business friendly, and they have a vision and they want to do things differently. So that combination, plus a couple of people who are new from there, who prompted me to sort of get in and try to do climate investing and sustainability investing with the Greek angle. So that's what we said.
Let's also be very clear, because Greece is absolutely at the forefront of impact of climate change, right? We have more fires. We have the concerns about rising water levels. So Greece's own involvement in the need to make changes is also super important, right?
Yes, I wouldn't say they're at the forefront of the impact investing or
Right.
impact venturing and entrepreneurship, but it's at the forefront of the need for that,
Yeah.
right? So that is exactly right. So what we've done is we've actually created a new term, business to environment.
Okay.
And the reason
B2E.
B2E, because B2C there's no B2C in Greece because it's a small market. The C
Right.
is very small, right? B2B also, nothing to write home about. But on the environment side, we have, you know, land, soil, sun, wind, coastline, island communities, forests, fires, maritime transport, you know, so there's a ton of things to do.
So, huge opportunity.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think is the most interesting for you at the moment.
So what we realized, of course, is that there's no real innovation hub in Greece, because of course we spent the better part of the last bull market going out of business, right? So we've only had a short runway for which people to kind of gather and have this growth mindset, and then have that growth capital to do, right? The previous capital was bailout capital. This one is capital that's coming from Europe to a large extent, and from the government. And so we're putting it to work in taking innovations from all over the world and bringing them to Greece. Blue economy, agriculture and food, energy decarbonization. We're decarbonizing the coastlines, the ferries. You know, we're putting renewable energy microgrids on the islands. You know, so we're putting agri-solar. You know, putting solar panels. Agri-solar is a very interesting new industry that's coming up, which is the dual use of land for agriculture and solar energy production.
Wow, how does that work?
So by law, around the world, you cannot put solar panels on top of fertile land so that you don't displace the farmers.
Yeah.
But now they're putting solar panels on top of greenhouses or creating a new roof and then putting it on top of a farm. Now the problem is that the solar panels are not transparent, so the light doesn't come through to help the crop grow. So, you know, we have a new technology actually from Greece that breaks the panels onto a glass like a puzzle, depending on what the sunshine is or what the crop is, what the need of the geography is, and then with a glass coating shifts the UV light into the photosynthetic part of the spectrum and actually increases the productivity of the crop. So you can have, you know, double the revenues from the agriculture. You can have the solar energy production, revenues, you can decarbonize the electricity source to the greenhouse, and you can even get carbon credits. So the main stakeholder, the farmer, who's had a rough time in Greece and elsewhere for many, many years, now has an opportunity to just basically multiply their economics, but also create huge impact.
I also know from interviewing the Greek Minister of Tourism how important tourism is to the Greek economy. We saw the impact over COVID. We know that the folks who worked in tourism were actually among the first to receive vaccinations, so that Greece could bring that back. But what's the possibility of greening the Greek tourism industry, and what specifically could you do?
Okay, one of our favorite projects, an investment that we're about to make, is in a Silicon Valley startup that actually decarbonizes maritime transport. So they're making high-speed catamarans, hydrofoils, to take you next time you come to the Greek islands
this summer.
On an electric ferry.
Can you get it for
zero
this
emissions.
summer?
Not for this summer, but next summer, hopefully we have one on the water. Yeah, for sure.
Nice. And
you have to tell me what island you're coming to.
And you'll put it there?
Yes.
All right. Tell me what that does specifically to emissions.
So, obviously the shipping is one of the big emitters of CO2 and sulfur and everything else. And if you've ever taken one of those flying dolphins, they're like horrendous. They're very old, super polluting, no one can breathe, makes a lot of noise. This one is like silent, fast, and zero emissions.
All right,
so
I look forward to it, Spyros. Thanks so much for joining us here.
Thanks for having me.
At Hub Culture, and I'm Edie Lush.